going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in an ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Cryptoteacher, and guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So like I told you, I definitely see a big pullback in the first quarter. Then the master magician set up a distraction so the Fed can cut rates, and then we move up. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and crypto moving up as expected. Remember, guys, we have open interest. They need Bitcoin as collateral. Remember, we do this like clockwork. And we know this is the perfect time for the SEC to approve a spot Bitcoin ETF because we'll be pumping anyway. And then we have CBOE doing Bitcoin and Ethereum futures on the 11th. So guys, remember, these dates are selected for a reason. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates on the move up. And as we can see, the NASDAQ is pulling back. These tech stocks that were booming are pulling back. And remember, guys, they've already priced in these rate cuts. And right now, we have the dollar slightly pulling back. And we have volume in crypto starting to pick up. We have Tether, USDC, and TUSD. And we had USDC momentarily depegged all the way down to 74 cents on Binance. And then, guys, we have the Fed repo at $719 billion yesterday. And make sure you're pulling that repo on a daily basis. And when we had Jerome Powell speak last month, he was very dovish. And then we get the minutes out, and it's a little hawkish. And remember, I told you the distractions. The master magicians would step it up this quarter, and now we have the Epstein list comes out. Guys, this is all a distraction. Take it as entertainment. Have fun with it, because no one important is going to be held accountable. But this will keep the sheep distracted over the next few months. And remember, guys, income tax season. While they're pulling the stock market down, the sheep are distracted. Then going into the summer, fall, we get more and more distractions as we see the drums are beating, and this will allow them to start cutting rates. Remember, we're in an election year. They're not going to allow the economy to completely tank just yet. So when it comes to stocks and cryptos, we'll continue on getting pumps and dumps. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale, and about $33.5 billion. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have CBOE approves the listing of Fidelity Spot Bitcoin ETF. And remember, guys, when it comes to CBOE, they're going to be doing Bitcoin and Ethereum futures on January the 11th. Now, we have Franklin Templeton's back RDC plans Bitcoin securities exempt from SEC registration. And of course, guys, this is only going to be for institutional investors, but we know this change is for this digital transformation. You're not going to have a SEC in the first place when you have blockchain. Now we have Kathy Wood's ARK Invest offloads $25 million of Coinbase shares. And of course, guys, she was selling at the top. Remember, guys, you sell at the top. Take you a little profits. Move the money around. Now we have Hobie Korea shuts down platform citing business difficulties. And guys, we know only the NWO exchanges are going to be left. Now we have China State Daily calls crypto a corruption channel, urges crackdown. But guys, we know Hong Kong, China's straw man is moving crypto forward. Do not fall for the Hegelian dialectic. Now we have ENS token surges over 70% as Vitalik Buterin says the platform is super important. And guys, we know as we move to the downside, news and statements like this will pump and dump certain cryptos. Now we have Arbitrum token sets a record high as value lock crosses 2.5 billion. And Arbitrum Orbit's Layer 3 chain can now use custom gas tokens. So you can now use select ERC20 tokens for transaction fees. Now we have Moody's rates first fund to use Standard Chartered Unit tokenized platform Liberia. The fund will be issued on Ethereum and Stellar by Singapore Fund Bridge Capital. So guys, remember, everything's going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. And as we can see, the emerging markets are going to be leading. And again, Ethereum and Stellar shows up. And guys, these are real use cases. And lastly, guys, we have Grayscale in talks with JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs for Bitcoin ETF roll. And remember, I told you when BlackRock said that JP Morgan and Jane Street would be participants, you'll have the same banks being participants and all the spot Bitcoin ETFs, because guys, this is part of a bigger plan. And remember, that's the fourth industrial revolution. They want the robots, algorithms, and drones to take over the economy, pay each other with crypto, while the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Xrp, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Team goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.